renovation loans are definitely more popular now than they have been in the past, primarily because homes, as they get more and more expensive, sometimes the only way to afford something right now is to buy something that is a little bit more of a fixer-upper. And the beauty of a renovation loan like the 203K is that you can buy the house as is and finance in those repairs and those upgrades to the house to make it more livable and suitable to what you need for a home. However, there are two things that you definitely need to know about renovation loans before you tackle one. Hi, this is Recharging with Champions. I'm your host. This week we've touched on some of the cool benefits of a 203K, and I just want to give two very important things to know and understand before you go down the path of a renovation loan. The first thing is that you cannot do the repairs yourself with a renovation loan, which means that those repairs are going to cost a little bit more. You've got to have a general contractor that oversees the project, and then they get paid a fee for doing that. So the cost of doing the repairs will be more expensive than if you could do them yourself. I'm going to paint a house for a whole lot cheaper than if I pay a painter to paint a house. You get the idea. Renovation loans must be done by a general contractor that oversees the project, and they do get paid for that work that they do. Second, renovation loans have more moving parts in them. Things like extra title works. You've got to have an FHA consultant come out and make sure that the house is done the way it's supposed to be done and the things are completed the way FHA says they've got to be completed. There are extra draws that have to be done by the lender. So there's lots of different moving parts which do make the closing cost more expensive on a 203K than a traditional loan. And often the interest rate is a little higher than a traditional loan as well. The reason I tell you this is a lot of times people come to me and they need a countertop and maybe a fresh thing of paint, and they just don't have exactly the amount of cash, but they could save up that amount of cash pretty quickly to do the work themselves. They'd probably be better off waiting for something that isn't urgent and not very expensive rather than paying the extra fees and a contractor to do that work. However, if you've got major things that need to be done, $10, $15, $45, $75,000 worth of work that needs to be done, that's a little harder to save up that money typically. So that is when a renovation loan really does come into play and make more sense to do. Remember, on Recharging with Champions, we do have a script for lenders and all of our lovely people in the real estate industry to use. So if you would like to make a video about the 203K for your own website, go to rechargingwithchampions.com, the member site. You will see under the April scripts, you're going to see the script for a video about renovation loans and the two things that your buyers need to know before they go down that path. We'll see you next week.